Hello, and welcome back to the Steam Next Fest 2026. I'm going through some demos that caught my eye, and one of them is Underkeep. Explore a dangerous fantasy world in this role-playing dungeon crawler with tactical turn-based combat. Assemble a party of adventurers, upgrade your gear, and descend into the depths of the Underkeep to discover what lies hidden below. And so I always like checking that Steam page first to kind of see like what's the promise of the game, what are the inspirations, and basically what is the delivery, like what is the core feature like that they're trying to get across, and what's the promise of the game, like the back of the box, right? What does the back of the box blurb say? If you were in the 90s and you walked into a game store and you turned the game around and you were reading about it and what the promised experience was, what would that be? This is a demo that lets you step into a dungeon and experience the foundations of the game. Tactical turn-based combat, grid-based movement and exploration, and the atmosphere and pacing that they're eventually going to be aiming for. It's limited to a starting area, one dungeon, and a selection of hero classes. Okay. A loving tribute to the role-playing classics of the 90s with turn-based combat and grid-based movement. Bring the best of old-school dungeon crawlers to the modern area. Brings back the spirit of classic dungeon crawlers. We talked about slow tension, tactical combat, and it plays clean, responsive thanks to modern controls, clean visuals, and thoughtful conveniences that remove the old frustrations without losing the heart. Gather your party and venture into hand-built dungeons, not procedurally generated. That's interesting. Speak with peculiar locals, discover hidden passages, solve ancient puzzles, and face encounters where planning matters as much as courage. Living dungeons, tactical combat, some hidden secrets. I love it. The personal map. A built-in auto map with custom markers keeps track of mysteries, locked doors, and places you swear you'll return to later. I love this, and this is where I got to get kind of into the disclaimer. My first video game, and what I mean by my first video game, I mean the first one that I bought with my own money, not the one I got on the Atari 2600. I mean, I'm old as dirt, but the first one that I went out and bought with my own money that I had saved up like for my allowance as a kid was the Bard's Tale 2 when it came out back in like 1986, and I bought that for the Commodore 64 for my birthday in September. Our family didn't own a Commodore 64. I had nothing but the manual to read until Christmas that year, where my family, my parents eventually went and got a Commodore 64. So for those intervening months, all I did was read the manual. And when I got it, I devoured that game. And it was very much, well, I know this says that this is a 90s inspired game, and I love it, but this grid based movement and this kind of like, you know, almost like, Araki, WASD, one screen at a time, your party up here in the, like this is very, very, very nostalgic for me. So I will try to be as impartial as possible in taking a look at this, but this is definitely my jam, or at least it could be. But just looking at it, it definitely is. So hey, we'll take a look at it for like 30, 40 minutes or so, kind of get a general feel for the game and then go from there. So let's hop over to the game screen itself. Pretty excited about this one. And the first thing I'm going to do is return the audio back up. It was like to play in the other window, so I wasn't really sure if I wanted to do that. Okay. I kind of already read the how to play section. It's pretty good, They got some WASD movement. It's kind of the standard stuff for these shares resources, whatnot. But I appreciate them including this. It's a nice touch that it sets expectations, right? Where the rest icon is, like how you level up, what your skill points mean. Just some general tips. Pick up kicks by clicking and dragging them into your inventory. Throw them into the screen to release them, that kind of thing. While champions are not lost forever, you can resurrect them back at the survival statue at a cost. That's cool. Save often. Two champions in the front row can attack enemies directly in melee. Champions in the back row cannot reach enemies with melee weapons. So I mean that should be, there's some modern games that definitely play on that as well. So yeah, it's gonna jump in sight unseen and see what we got. Quick start. No, I want to create a party. I'm sorry, I have to add a hero. Oh, okay, so I can just, we'll definitely need a warrior. Last race. Where's the split front line fighter? Of course. Weapon mastery, defensive techniques, and sustained melee combat. Proficient with wide range of weapons. I know what a fighter is. Main stat strength. Human, dwarf, elk. Reclusive wanderers, masters of the untamed wilderness. They favor agility and wisdom over brute force. They thrive in precision base. Do they mean elf? That's their elf, but they can't say elf, so they're elks. Okay. If they're elves with horns, I'm in. Dwarf, resilience. Human, adaptable, sure. And then Stoneborn, exceptional strength, resilience, being their dominant physical roles, heavy build, limits agility. It makes, yeah, Stoneborn fighter seems good. Where? Flurry thrust. You know what? I've changed my mind. I want to give that the proper time and attention, but for the purpose of this, I'm just going to jump in quick start and see what it's got, because I'm going to bank on the fact that as a quick start, they have provided me with what they think is a good default experience. And so based on the fact that this is a demo, I might get into character creation later, but I don't want to jump ahead of myself. I had to actually like rein in my own enthusiasm. Welcome, adventure. Every descent begins with something small, a simple task before the stone closes in. Roland, the cook, is out of mushrooms. He points you towards the nearby forest. If you bring him a handful of fresh mushrooms, he'll reward you with a hot meal and maybe something extra. I don't know what Roland is insinuating. I don't know if I'm entirely comfortable with that, and I don't know if I want to leave my drink unattended around Roland. Welcome. Use arrows to move, turn around. Okay, sure. And then this apparently has controller support, because I'm trying to... Okay, yeah. Controller support, you can see it down there, but... Okay, well, I wasn't trying to do... Okay, well... I didn't mean to leave the village. Okay, where are you? No soul lingers in the void. The altar does not respond. Okay. Well, I just wanted to see my guys were. Jorla, Stoneborn Warrior. Okay. What are you? Void Caller. Human? Bro, I got... What? Human. Human. It's going to take me a minute to kind of... But, okay, yes, human. Human? I don't know, buddy. You might have a condition. That is very odd to me. Maybe it becomes something that it becomes explanatory later in the demo. But yeah, and then okay, and you're an elk ranger. Weird. Maybe it's just that maybe this has nothing to do. Maybe the portrait is completely independent of that. But that's kind of wild to me. I'm just trying to do a basic look. Wizard. We'll get into it. Okay, characters, skills, quests. Gather 5 mushrooms from the forest. Okay. Okay, so the thumbstick directions don't seem to work. It's the actual just the keypad, or not keypad, the arrow pad or whatever. Mushroom. You know what? I'm just going to go ahead and use... It just seems simpler. The auto map is nice. I remember doing dungeon crawls and doing some of these games, like, as a kid, and I was literally keeping graph paper by my, my computer. Okay. Who are you, buddy? But at this point, lies great adventure. And a buy button. Okay, cute. I like that weather effect. It's pretty cool. There's a strange rock to the east. The head half hidden by shrubs rises to the lower rocky outcrop. Its surface split with cracks. Tufts of grass and weeds have rooted. At the base, near the clump of yellow brush, you notice a small round hole, no wider than a hand. Okay. Surely nothing bad will happen. Oh, the elk. Wait, there's life inside. Okay, so let's think about this. Examine the rocks and holes more closely. Reach inside. Probe the hole with a stick or a weapon. Leave it alone. And the elk. Wait, there's life inside. So I guess, did I have him, and because this is just racial and he just picked up on it because they're like forest folk or whatever, or is that an auto win, or is there a chance of failure with this? I'm just going to pick that because, okay, party gains 40 experience. You crouch without breathing slow. A faint warmth brushes your hand, a tiny pulse beneath the dirt. A snake, you whisper, scared. You stay still. After a moment, the little serpent slips out, flicks its tongue, and disappears into the grass. Okay. Examining afterwards is stones look natural enough, worn smooth, and the opening of the base is suspiciously clean. Well, now let's go ahead and reach inside. Your fingers brush to something round and hard. Hey, I got an old ring, caked in dirt. Fantastic. What do you do? Dirt ring. Do I know? Beastbane ring. Deals +1 damage bonus to animals. Sure. Okay. Guess I'll give it to my tank for now. I'd give it to the elk, but that seems like that would be kind of cruel since he's the one that, like, tuned with the animal in the first place to save us from getting bit. Ah! As you walk through the dense forest, the snack gives a terrified scream, cut through the rustling leaves. Pushing forward, you stumble into a small clearing where a lone trader stands atop a creaky, weather-worn cart. He is desperately swinging a wooden staff at the swarm of oversized rats, their red eyes glowing hungrily. Trader is barely keeping the creatures at bay. His voice trembles. I don't want to die like this. Please help me. How are you going to act? Interesting. So help him run away, or I'm getting, instead of racial, I'm getting some class stuff. So, yeah, hold on, I'm coming through the warrior. Interesting. So I guess that purple options always lead to some sort of XP. That's interesting. You lower your shoulder and charge through the swarm, roaring like a storm breaking against stone. The ground trembles as steel meets fur. For a heartbeat, the rats freeze. Their chittering dies in their throats as fear ripples through the pack. Then they scream and surge again. Oh, interesting. So because I did a little war yelp there, a couple of them got stunned, right? So, interesting. Okay, so I have 2, 3, right? Interesting. There's one here. Wait, no, they're side by side, so there's just 2. It's just the perspective is messing with me. While characters act, around it ends automatically. You can also end around by clicking the hourglass icon. Alright, let's start with this guy. I'm not ending anything. Okay, I don't want to see this stuff. I just want to move. I want to go. So what do I have? A rusty sword, or a sword attack that strikes twice and costs 4 stamina, and it has a cooldown. Set him on fire. I mean, this seems like this is good. Shoot twice, stamina cost. And this guy restores, or he's got a dagger. I'm sorry. Did these just split into more rats? The giant... Why do I have 4? Alright, I'm moving back into this tile because it looked like we were going to get hit from 2 sides, and I'm going to use this as a means of blocking, so I'm only still fighting 2. That's really... I mean, that's cool, but, like, it's interesting that they kind of just split into 2. Also, I didn't see us in the turn. So can we just keep going until we're... Okay. Serline for 2 damage. It is like auto-targeting, which is kind of cool. All right. Keep hitting its inventory instead of... Okay, misses. I'm not moving up. Can't move right now because a party member's already taken an action to finish or skip around and move again. Heal myself. Let these guys move in. That's fine. That must be the rat. I think that's the rat I hit before. I don't know that it's gonna let me. Is it gonna let me auto target? Like if there's multiple, it seems to just be picking. 45 experience. Some of your heroes are hurt and can use some rest. Replenishing. Resting will replenish your health. It requires food. Not that bad. And I'm assuming mana comes back. Does it come back over time, or do I need? Is the only way to do this with potions? I don't know. Figure it out. You try every key you have, but none fit the lock. I'm not trying to unlock this man. I'm trying to... Thank you. I thought it was done for. Yeah, take this, he says, pressing a small iron key into your hand, an iron key that possibly goes to a chest right behind him. It's for my chest, my supplies. You've earned it. I'm getting out of this cursed place while I still can. I have no idea why I'm doing this voice. It's late when I'm recording this, and I'm a little bit slap happy, but perhaps our paths will cross again someday. Until then, safe travels. Oh, I needed to actually pick up the key? That's cute. Just right click. Okay, so mana potion, and indeed the mana is not coming back, so... Who will drink it? I'm assuming stamina does? Or does stamina... I mean, come on, stamina doesn't come back? That could be an issue. No, stamina does not come back. Are you kidding me? So potions are nothing, huh? Wow, that's a choice. Okay, I respect it. It is what it is, but my gosh. So now when I look at these abilities... Sorry, let me get out. What do I got here? Required strength 4. Sure, I more than meet the requirements on him. Armor +1. Yeah, go to the fighter. Okay. So, yeah, when I was doing these abilities, I was considering, oh, there's a stamina cost and a cooldown, but I was thinking like the cooldown was the actual resource that you were spending. The stamina was just, for maybe that combat, right? Or that fight. But no. This is it. Like, you need the potions. Wow. Mana and everything, huh? Mana I suspected, but stamina, I guess I just wasn't really looking for it as or thinking about it as a resource that you only replenished. Well, let's get some more mushrooms. What is this? Dagger? Okay. Well, everybody has that, but sure. Okay. Calling some protective properties. Okay. Wasn't sure that would be a thing, but that's cool. It's making me like actually pay attention to what's in the world and not blow anything off. You know what I mean? Mushroom. Shit. I can't. Okay. Well, the apple tree. Thank God the entire apple tree had one more apple on it. Oh no. Okay. There were multiple. Okay. It just was kind of funny the way that looked. So there's obviously the clearing I was coming from. I'm trying to pay attention to the map and not just like completely get lost. I like the weather effects. The dim torchlight barely penetrates the dark tunnel. Its jagged walls clawed and gnawed by countless vermin. Oh, that's fun. And I'm glad that I can see, at least so far. We got completely useless. All right. Why can't I move forward here? Why can't I move? The music too is very. I like the visuals of the game, and I like the artwork, the creatures and stuff, and the mood music and the weather, the UI. I'm still just trying to get used to some things. Rusty dagger as opposed to a regular dagger, which obviously is worth less. Not worthless, worth less. Has less dex requirements. Okay. So we're in it now, right? Okay. So your basic attacks at least don't cost anything. Scourge of the Tunnels. They're out of range for any kind of mana set. The only thing he can do is wizard this cast is supposed from the back. He hit me for 5. Okay, and I don't have a lot. Okay, so Scourge of the Tunnels. I'm gonna take this guy seriously. I have to spend some stamina, so be it. 90 experience and slice of worm meat. See, I don't know if is that a singular thing I should be worried about? Consumables. What do we got? Moldy bread. Lovely. Tried to dig through the very end, so maybe some tool would help. Okay, so I'm looking for a pickaxe or something similar. That's where it came from. Oh, I was like, what's this music change? Apparently we found another friend. Okay, so Scourge of the Tunnels, not as unique as there's multiple Scourges of the Tunnels. It wasn't there wasn't a "the" in front of it. So, okay. What happens if I just back up? I just leave. Oh, hey. You know what? I'm here for mushrooms. I'm not here to explore that thing yet. I mean, I just came out for some mushrooms, dude. I wasn't prepared for more scourges. Not that we can't deal with that, but okay, there it is. Interesting. Is it on the map? Can I mark anything? Fangroot Forest. There's okay. Is this the only way through? No, there seems to be some. I mean, they would think there's a way down here. Maybe is that where I met the guard that turned me turn back? Not really sure. But right now, we're gonna try to stay on mushroom detail and come back to this later, or maybe we'll get a rest in. So, secret or something back here? Hey, secret location. Oh, and a pit. You know what? Screw you, game. I literally sat there thinking like, oh yeah, it looks a little suspicious, doesn't it? All right, first off, get our bearings. So we're back in the dungeon we were clearing. Maybe this meets up. I don't know. Bone blade. All right. Well, you know, we're just gonna take our chances here. Cannot move. Enemies in sight. Oh, I can't. So until I pass the turn, right? Now can we? Yes. I wish there were some impact sounds and not just like rely on this. Like I wish my guys would let out a little or grunt or something when they've been hit. That would be cool. Wow. Okay. See, like he swung that, and I'm hearing this whoosh, which makes me think he missed. He obviously didn't miss. Man, I am not doing well with this area. What do we have here? Rusty longsword. What are you using? Rusty sword. 4 to 6 damage, 6 to 11. Well, that looks better. So we're putting on this sword. Can I rest here? Or is this foolish to do this in the dungeon? That's the whole point of me going outside, was to try to find a place to rest. Okay, cool. Party's fully healed, and everything's back, and we used a little bit of our food, but that was it. So we're going to save. Slot 1, because like save early, save often. What? What? Who? What? What does that mean? Tone, or is it just me hitting the gate and can't go through? Oh. That looks like a pressure plate. Well, obviously, I need to move you here, but I don't know how to, like, pull you. So I go to the gate. Does that mean you reset? Yes. Oh, crap. Okay. Reset. It's a little disorienting. Put you here. Put you there. Put you there. Put you there. Okay, cool. Anything else? What is this? Ugh. It's the music. Just the ambient music is pretty. Hey, okay, and then is this the chest that we saw? I bet you it is. Yes. Stone Fang Root. This is the little thing we're supposed to get. An axe. Yay, battle axe. Okay. Base damage is lower, but damage is higher. Interesting. Sharp has better sharpness. Perfect for baffling foes and sending them into deep existential crisis. Okay. What is a void? You can use stuff? Okay, so yeah, I can use stuff better than this dagger, I guess. Since he's my other frontline guy. Can't use... He doesn't have the strength for that, but he does have the strength for this other sword. Cool. Can he dual wield, or is it just for a shield? Can. Oh, those are two swords. It's a paired item. I like the axe. So, is there no... Let's see here. So no way out other than they can back down. We can't. Okay, fair enough. Wait a minute though. How is that possible? Because there's got to be a way out, right? No. So how does one get the heck out of here then? If this is the only walk through, okay. That's good. Back through the secret path. Okay. Got it. And then this guy was the guy who told us that we have to get paid to go that way, and then this way we can come back this way, I think. Can't leave yet, still work to be done. Okay. Okay, so we have to go through that other cave, I guess. Right? Well, no, what's over here? We haven't looked over here yet either. I like that this is making me pay attention to my map. It feels, Sorry, I didn't mean to, like, just... Interesting there's a gravestone but no grave, but sure, okay. Spider rock, okay, got it. So yeah, very linear so far. Maybe this is just the demo. You know, obviously we have to go deal with this cave crawler guy. Yep, there he is. Hey, we missed you. Outside there was a whole kind of a party going on out there. All right, so let's check out the new axe. 13 damage, great. He can't. Yeah, he's out of range to do anything. I think we're good without the wizard in this, right? A couple weapon upgrades, we seem to be doing okay. More juicy, lovely worm meat. Okay. That's where we need to have something here. So I gotta pick up another weapon. Are these finite slots? Then wonder. Health potion. Cool. Hey, mushroom. Right. Different kind of mushroom, but a mushroom. Dirt father. I mean, clearly there's a potion there. Why can't I move in that space? Because of a stupid barrel? I should be able to, like, hack that thing. You gotta click on the weapon. I'm right-clicking on... Okay, well, now I've missed a bunch of stuff. That's, I feel really bad about that. Okay, well, one question answered is no, the weapon slots will still go, and then I've got some new boots. Evasion 2%. You are getting hit a lot. I'm going to put these on you for right now. And this is better. The rusty hand axe seems to be better than the rusty sword. I see more arrows going up. Although this has more evasion. Maybe you're my evasion guy. Maybe it's not worth 1 point. I think maybe since I've already started to put evasion gear on him, I'm just going to keep putting evasion on this guy. Alright, well, lesson learned. Is it doing anything? WSRM. Something room? Room? Don't know. Ah, okay. Oh, okay, cool. An actual little button. Hey, what's up, dude? Golden spores drift through the chamber, glowing like dying embers. The air is damp, faintly sweet. The figure shifts, roots creak. Spores pulse as it watches you. Its voice does not speak. It settles into the air, heavy as wet soil. Strange. I sensed kin nearby. A pause. Tell me, are you thieves? Who are you? You step closer. Its shape is near human, but the movement is wrong. Spores pulse faintly as it shifts. It presses a mycelium hand to its chest. Root and rot, bound to soil, given form. You know what? Actually, same. Some days I feel exactly like that. And what do you want? You seek flavor. The creature replies, its voice soft. I seek my little ones. Return the caps you've gathered, and my gratitude will not be empty. The sound that follows is barely a hum, warm and trembly. Worry clings to it like dew to a leaf. Um, can I? How? Okay. How do I give this dude a mushroom back? I don't want to just attack. I want to be able to. Dude, is that cool? I don't know what to do with you, dude. Range damage and dexterity. That seems to be for you. That's what I needed to get through the other areas. Do I need to? Okay, I think I just keep this on. I'm trying to see if he was following me. So, is our friend? He is not marked on a map. I wish there was a way to. Like, I appreciate that this is keeping notes for me, like it's mapping the area. But I need a way to add custom notes. Otherwise, the mapping system is only really half useful if I don't have a way to leave my own notes on here. All right, so yeah. Oh, hey. uh, whatever. Mage. Cool. We're gonna save again. Okay, so we have quests. If you bring him a handful of fresh mushrooms or reward with a hot meal, gather 5 from the forest. Well, I have. Are they supposed to be? I have 5 different mushrooms, right? So technically this is it, but this guy wants. Our boy here is asking for us to return some mushrooms to him. Okay. So I'm just waiting to see. Does he path? Like if we don't move, does he move? Or not, buddy? Okay, we literally got out of combat because I got in here and shut the doors. That's kind of fun. Does he path back to where he was? Okay, let's look at this. That's another stick. Quarterstaff +1. Okay, apparently that's something. All right. So I thought he went down that way, right? We want to kind of go. I'm gonna go down this way and see if. So that's our buddy. This is where the worm was. Oh, the key. Now is that the same one? I don't know. Can I bash this thing? Hey, buddy. All right, let's try some hijinks. Can I open this up? Fire. Hey, bud. Hey, bud. I am not above this. I am not above this. Apparently the real scourge was the gate. Sucker. Gains a level. Gains a level. Okay. Oh, hey, we all gained a level. Okay. Let's see here. What does that entail? What does that mean? Skills. So obviously I'll hit the level up button. And then we'll go from there. I'm just trying to see, like, what is that entail? So skill points 1. Okay, I leveled up. I just leveled up my main ability. I didn't get a chance to, like, get another skill. Should I have picked another one? Is that what I get to do? Auras? Passive skills? Okay, yes. So I leveled up his ability without really thinking about it. Because it just said level. There was a button. There's a button that literally said level up. It didn't say. It's, it defaulted to this, so I thought that was what I was supposed to do as part of the process, but apparently not. Okay, so for him, void spell power effect increases healing and damage. Avoid spells. Auras grant melee attack bonus to all party members. Periodically create a barrier that absorbs incoming damage. I'm not seeing any cost associated with this, like I am with these other things. So this seems to be a good thing to use. Reflected melee damage. I'm gonna go with the barrier, or not. Activate aura. Cool. Now we are all getting a barrier absorption. Okay, sure. And what can you do? Passive skills. Cloak of Swiftness passive increases the ranger's base damage, evasion, range hit chance, and range critical hit chance. Okay. What? So is this guy a caster? Is this 1, 2, 3, 4? I was taking it as these guys are up front. If that's the case, maybe our ranger should be up front, and maybe he should be the evasion guy. But he's got a melee weapon, so I guess I'll leave him up front. Interesting. Okay. And then wizard. Passive skills. Feel the flow. Increases max mana. Increase damage on them on spells. Improves burn and freeze chance. That can apply them. Okay. I don't know that I need another damage type at the moment. Like, it's really about getting mana back. You know, that's what I'm kind of interested in. But I will unlock max mana. Why not? Save a game. Yeah. The Mushroom Boy room. So. Okay. So there's a chest. We know there's a one purple worm around here somewhere. Can I talk to this guy yet? Offer to return the mushrooms. I'm gonna just go. I'm gonna do it. Hey, we're giving all of them. So you had to give all 5 to him. I don't know. Maybe I screwed up this other quest, but this seemed like a cool thing to do. Breathe deep, taste what I can't offer. You kept them safe, members. Take your will, breathe deep, taste what I can't offer. Spores billow outward in a slow glowing cloud, curling around you like warm mist. You fall downward through stone that has never seen the sun. Endless stairs spiral into black doors sealed with runes. Above it all rises a solitary tower. Old stone wrapped in silence, watching everything below. Underkeep. A heartbeat. Something opens its eye beneath the mountain, vast, ancient, draconic. You feel its gaze pass through you like fire through fog. You see desperate choices made through flickering torchlight, blood on old altars, hands shaking as blades fall where words failed. Shapes move in the dark. Things that learned hunger before fear, claws scraping stone, eyes opening where walls should be. Then, with a soft pulse, the world brightens again. With everybody's a mushroom now? What? I'm sorry, excuse me? You blink or try to. The portraits of your companions shimmer, twist, and settle into squat, smiling mushroom versions of themselves. What the? You try to say, but only a wet, rubbery chitter escapes your mouth. Your thoughts slide apart like softened wax. Words dissolve, meaning thins. The tiny caps at your feet waddle towards you, your arms outstretched. You feel no fear, only a warm, overwhelming affection. You are kin now. Your family. They are your kin now, your family. And the cavern welcomes you home. Thank you for playing the Underkeep demo. And no, the demo does not end here. The full version is just another path one we almost take. Wish list to find out. You're raking the grass team. Hey man, that's cool. But could I have turned? I don't see now. I have to play this again to see like could I have actually brought the mushrooms? Like if I brought the mushrooms all the way back, or was this the intended experience? This seems like it was the intended experience, but maybe I'm wrong. But that I did not getting meeting a myconid like creature and getting turned into mushrooms was not on my list of expectations for what this game had to offer, and I'm here for it. Wow, what a okay, that was kind of fun. I had a lot of questions, um, so let's kind of debrief on this. Um, I think it's living up to what it says on the box, right? Like it's doing the things that it says it's going to do. There's some confusion in some of the way things happen, like when you level up, and it's very easy to tell you that to level up, but the fact that it defaults to then adding another adding ability to that without explaining to you that you can um, put your point into other skills, that was a little odd. And there's some other little things that I've got are just like I'm sure they just get it takes getting used to. um, but the music, the presentation, everything else about it, I really, really get into. I think it's cool. I do like this create a party system. Also, I do like that you can be like, random party, let's roll. That's fun. Forg, the human wizard, Rumskella, another wizard, Ziggurbird, a dwarf warrior, and a warrior stone. Fine. And then you could start random and then go. Like a random party again. So, like, this is cool. So if I go to I go back and then I go to new game again, create a party, add hero, and I just go warrior. What is void color? I mean, it's the healer. Brute magic, space protection, unseen. Okay, specialized protective barriers, healing, disruptive forces, and auras. So kind of like a paladin-esque, right? But like a void paladin. Like blood mage and thief sounds cool. The void skill, yeah. Maybe we could just start off with no heals and just go ahead and start into one of these. Just because. Like, what if I just did a backline guy who buffed all the damage, but he did from the background? Okay, so these are the total portraits they've got. Okay. So, yeah, it was just portrait selection. So, yes, human, but you can literally pick anything. That's a little unfortunate. I mean, it's definitely comical, but like, I really think that they should have human faces, and if you pick a stonecaller, you pick from stonecaller faces, and like, what even is that? Like, I get it, it's a goof, but like, this shouldn't be just something like this should be something that should be tied to your race, not just like a kind of a goof. In my experience, or my preference rather. Cool. I just wanted to see what in the random name. Okay, whatever. And then can you put them, or are they locked to their? Maybe they're locked to their position. I don't know. Anyway, it's enough for me to pay attention to it and kind of like check it out as we move forward. I really, really enjoyed my time with it. It's got a good sense of humor about it. I'm picking up what it's putting down. And I will keep an eye on this and look forward to playing more. Thanks for joining me. See you next time.